Hello everyone, welcome to the Tech Sharmit podcast. Today I'm here with another special guest, Murat Deniz Uskaner, who has joined us all the way from Turkey. If I talk about Murat, then he is an esteemed IBM champion recognized for his contribution to the IT industry, particularly in the realms of storage, disaster recovery, and software development. Murat's career is a testament to innovation and dedication in the specialized field. His journey into the IT led him to the critical worlds of data storage and disaster recovery, where he had developed deep expertise in safeguarding data and ensuring business continuity. Not only this, as an IBM champion, Murat has earned recognition not only for his technical prowess, but also for his community contributions by sharing knowledge that empowers others in the field. So, today in this episode, we are going to talk about his professional journey and his advocacy activities. So, but before we start the discussion, I would like to thank Murat for joining us today in this episode. And now I request you to please initiate the discussion by telling us something about yourself.
Okay, thank you. By the way, also it's a real good opportunity for me to uh, say something to the IT people. Actually, as you said, I'm Murat Deniz Uskaner. I'm from Turkey. I graduated from computer engineering in Turkey, and then I got master degree in engineering management. So I've been working in mainframes, I guess, since from 2008. First, I started to work at Garanti BBVA Turkey as a mainframe system programmer. Then I had experience in different countries and different companies, such as IBM in Poland and Broadcom in Czechia. Then in 2020, I came back home. I can say it's because it's my first and the current company, Garanti BBVA, as a mainframe storage team leader.
Okay, all right. So, thank you for the introduction. And now we would love to hear more about your journey. So, can you can you start by sharing your journey into the IT field, uh, and specifically for the storage specialization? So, what initially were the things that initially sparked your interest in the storage and the disaster recovery domain?
Sure. Uh, Actually, as I'm a computer engineer, then it was the decision that I already made that I'm going to work for IT industry. But during university years, I decided not to be a developer, and
Okay.
I was looking for the other options. This what can I do, like network system. So I met with mainframe and ZOS. Then I really loved it. And after graduated from computer engineering, I started to work at Garanti BBVA just to actually first internship just to so I saw that how is mainframe systems, how does work, and many things. Also, in that days, mainframe storage and mainframe system are were managed by our team, only one team.
Okay.
But after 3 4 years, management decided to split into two different dedicated areas, like mainframe storage team and mainframe system team.
Okay.
And in that days, I really saw that I really loved the storage part and the disaster recovery part. So I decided to go on with the mainframe storage team. And I really believe that it was really good opportunity for me to start a team who manage the system and the storage together, because
Yeah.
now I can troubleshoot or see the problems really better, because now I know the system and I know the storage part. So this is an really good advantage for me.
Yes, right. And Murat, I think you have background in both storage as well as some part of software development as well. So how do these two areas complement each other in your day-to-day work nowadays?
Uh, Actually, I never been worked as a professional developer, I can say,
Okay.
but time to time, of course, I wrote some or I developed some tools to for automation or to spend less time to do some operations. Uh, but I can say that the main difference is not for storage; it's also for system. At the end, usually you don't have a product.
Right.
I mean, for example, you can work on your disk performance to increase it weeks, and finally you can decrease your response times from like 0.15 milliseconds to 0.12 milliseconds, okay, let's say.
Yeah.
And it's like 20% of improvement, but nobody knows it and nobody actually realizes.
Right.
So but if you are developing a product, at the end you can say that I developed this, this is for this, and it works like this, and this is the final solution or final result. So I believe this is the main difference, because it's for the youngers, for the newbies,
Yeah.
it's really hard to adapt if they cannot see any final product at the end. If they can something see something, it will be easier, I guess. And also one more thing, system people are remembered generally in problems. So this is our daily life, which affects our daily life. So you
Yes.
can work for nights, but both of them are uh, completely different areas. But yeah, advantages and disadvantages for both.
Both things are there.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Okay. And in your opinion, like as we talked about the newbies, those who are going to start their career, so what do you think like about the future of storage look like, especially in the rapid adoption of the cloud as well as hybrid solutions nowadays?
Uh, yeah, actually, it's coming. I mean,
Okay.
everyone in technology field sees that it's coming, and cloud, it's something that you cannot ignore.
Right.
So I strongly believe that actually, like block storage will be our main solution, but for specific type of data,
Mm-hmm.
for example, like backups and archives, so and so on and so forth, you can you will be you will manage them in the cloud.
Right.
And because also the tape systems, for example, you can manage huge data with cheaper prices, because there won't be a performance concern, I can say. And uh, also we are working also in mainframe area to implement these cloud technologies for backup and archive, for example. So I believe that it will be more and more in the future.
Okay, all right. And like Murat, you have been involved in designing or optimizing the storage solution. So with the demand, like we all know that data demands constantly growing day by day, right? So how do you balance the
Mhm.
performance and the cost effectiveness when designing or optimizing the storage solutions?
Uh, Actually,
Mm-hmm.
when you compare with the past,
Okay,
now the storage is cheap. I mean, like 20 years ago, it was really expensive when
correct.
you just compare, yeah, with the CPU or whatever. But now it's cheap. For example, we don't need to leverage our data for like these are going to be on flash, these are going to be on SSD, these are going to be on SATA, SAS, whatever. It's all flash. And many of the companies are now using this because it's not as expensive as it's before.
Correct.
Uh, this is now actually, I don't believe it's really a big problem for the enterprise
Mm-hmm.
customers, because but for example, backups and tapes, as I said before, uh, you can have huge amount of data but cheaper prices. So
Right.
you just need to decide which data will reside on which type of storage.
Correct.
This is the main idea, but I don't believe that for now or the future, storage will be the problem about the money or the its prices.
Okay. All right. And another one of your specialty is data recovery or maybe disaster recovery, right? So could you walk us
Yeah.
through the key step that you involve in designing effective disaster recovery plan for a large organizations?
Uh, yeah, actually, first of all, everyone who just works in this concept, I mean, for the disaster recovery solutions, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like database people, middleware experts, system or storage expert, resilience teams, whoever you can name it, they have to know that this is serious. I mean, you need to have the same or close infrastructure in your DR site. You have to make plans, you have to make investments. For example, okay, it maybe it can be an expensive solution if you try to do all in once,
Mm-hmm.
but after you decide what you're going to do, then you can do it like year by year. I cannot say it's just a solution, it's a journey, because
Right.
your infrastructure changes, your data is changes, and so you need to leverage or adapt your disaster recovery as you do it in your production site.
Okay, all right. I'm completely agree with this these point that yes, we do need a disaster recovery plan before anything happen. But still, I found that there are some organization who are not taking it seriously. So, what do you think? Like, what are some of the common mistake or maybe the oversight you see organization makes when it comes to the disaster recovery part?
Uh, Actually, I always think that disaster recovery is a kind of insurance,
Mm-hmm.
because when you have the insurance, and if you never use it, I mean, it's a good thing, by the
That's a
way,
good thing.
not to use the insurance. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Right.
Then maybe you decide that, oh, I can get rid of this, for example. So if I don't have it, I never lose something. You can think of this. I think this is the most common mistake I can say. But when you have, for example, first of all, you need to have the same or close infrastructure in DR. This is
Right.
first. And you have to be sure you're sending the data, but it's not enough. You need to be sure that your data is consistent. So what you need to do, you be sure that you have enough infrastructure to handle your workloads, and you need to test your disaster recovery systems if they are really works or not, because it's one of the main reason you have it, but at the time that you need it, because you don't know when disaster will come. In that time, you have the experience, you have the knowledge to manage it. So, and if, for example, for yearly tests, if you have a problem, you try to solve it as you have it in production. So it should be managed like this way, I believe.
Yeah, I completely agree with this here on this point. And in fact, like I really like the example, like how you related with the health insurance and the life insurance,
Yeah,
because it is the best example you can say that yes,
yeah,
it's really very better that if we are not utilizing those insurance, and it's a good thing for us.
yeah,
So same thing happens with a disaster recovery as well. So that's really good
yeah.
thing. And
Yeah.
what do you think
If you
about the
if you are not dead, if
yeah?
you are not dead, so your life insurance. Yes.
So sometimes it's good to go in a loss by paying all those amount for the insurance and as well as the data recovery.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your thought on the ransomware? Because with the growing threat of ransomware, how has the approach to disaster recovery evolved to address security concerns?
Uh, yeah, actually, it's another risk because now the all of the organizations are integrating each one. So you need to be sure that your data is not corrupted. It's fine, and there are many solutions in the market. Again, like disaster recovery, it's like a insurance,
Yeah.
and uh, you you can, for example, use one of the products in the market, like against logical corruption. You have like getting your all of your data, copy of all of your data, one in an hour, 2 hours. So it's it changes depending on your workload. Or you can like have immutable backups, uh, and there are many solutions. But the main idea here is, again, not to have these solutions. The main idea is you have to know how you manage or how you use these technologies when you need them. You need to test your data time by time if it's okay or not. This
Yeah.
is the main
So, Murat,
thing,
like
I
here you
guess.
use one term which is immutable backup. So, could you please explain it in a simpler way to all the audience? Like, what is immutable backup?
Okay, sure. Immutable backup is a kind of backup that once you write it to tape or disk, no one can change it. I mean, like even if it's like a ransomware or something else, no one can change it.
Okay.
Again, you can have also these on the disk subsystems, like you getting your snapshots of your data once in an hour. So if you have these data corruption or something ransomware, so you can just go back to your clear data.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks for the explanation. I think now it is
Yeah.
clear to all those who are also interested in
Yeah,
this
welcome.
domain. Yeah. Okay, and let's talk a bit about the modernization because we all know that modernization is happening in a very rapid growth. So, with the push toward modernization, what role do you think ZOS will play in the future of IT infrastructure? And like, do you see it evolving to integrate with newer technologies, or will it gradually phase out by the time?
Actually, this is both for ZOS and mainframes. But actually, I don't know why this rumor is always on people's mind, because when I started to work for mainframes in 2008, they told me that it will be disappear in the near future or whatever. But mainframes are 60 years old, and since they are invented, they are im- improving every year. And now I strongly believe that it's still most reliable computer on the market for enterprise or business use. And also ZOS is the most reliable operating system.
Right.
So I and I also, for example, follow the IBM and the other companies that they are investing on mainframes. So, for example, cloud,
Yeah.
it will be, and it's already actually in the ZOS market. You can use it, for example, different areas. Now we're going to use for uh, backup and archive,
Okay.
and also for the new technology will be adapted with mainframes and ZOS. I actually don't believe that it will be like disappear or something. It will be
Okay.
on the market forever.
So with this answer, like you have debunked all those myth that is moving around the mainframe and ZOS. So I think now it is clear to everyone that no, it is not going somewhere. It is still in the
Mhm.
market and playing a very crucial role for the growth of the businesses.
Yeah, for example, I can say when I started, the availability of the mainframes like 99 comma 5 nines after comma. Now it's like 6 nines after comma.
That's a great thing.
So you cannot see this kind of availability of any other. I mean,
Right.
like you need to use the uh, most appropriate technology for the most appropriate type of workload. I'm not saying ZOS for everything is the best.
Right.
I'm saying for the core business, it's the best.
Okay, so let's say if someone wants to start their career in the year of 2024, specifically in the mainframe industry, so
Yeah.
what piece of advice would you give to those candidates? Like, is it okay if they start the career now in mainframe industry?
Yeah, sure. Now, for example, in our company, we have like uh, we started a program called Z Talent
Okay.
in 2020.
Okay.
Okay, now almost the 35% of all our mainframe specialists, system programmers,
Hmm.
are coming from these Z talents. Now they have like 3 4 years of experience, and they are moving on. And every year we doing this program again and again. So
Okay.
this is why, because we believe that it it will be on the market, and we need to uh, new guys
Yes.
to expand the knowledge, the market, so everything will be. But I strongly recommend they can start without any fear about the future.
Yeah, and I think like it is now clear to everyone that if any organization is paying their time as well as investing their money to train the upcoming batches, so for sure it is not going somewhere because they have a longer plan for the organization as well as their employers. So Murat, let's say the program which you just mentioned, so is there any particular criteria that everyone are supposed to follow in order to join this program?
Actually, we are looking for the people from specific kind of areas. I mean, like we expect that they are graduated from like computer engineering, like
Okay.
electronic engineering, something like this, and they have to be like just graduated, or they will be at the last year of their university or something. So, and we can uh, teach them. If you like them, we can go on with them.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So I think now those who wanted to learn about the mainframe or join this program, so they can directly reach out to Murat because he will for sure help them to adopt those courses and to start learning about the mainframes.
Yeah, sure.
So, like Murat, as you mentioned that you and your organization is playing as a role of mentor for a very long time by training those students. So I just wanted to
Hmm.
ask you here, like looking back at your career, like have there been any colleagues or a mentor for you, like whose collaboration not only enhanced your professional growth but also made your journey more enjoyable?
Yes, sure. But for example, I believe that I was lucky because we just started to work at Garanti BBVA mainframe with my friends from university. Like, for example, one of us just in that time, one of us started in DB2, I mean database team. Three of us started for the system team. Then one of us going to security team, and so. Uh, but for example, Ahmet Alper Tecimer, he is one of my best friend.
Okay.
Also, he is also another IBM champion. I can give his name. from the beginning, we were together now, and four of us actually got the manager position, all of these mainframe teams. This is a really good story, I can say. And this is really nice thing to be your university friends in the
Yes, right.
professional area. That it you help them, they help you, so you grow in together. This is what I can say.
Okay. All right. So, my last question, because we have many things to discuss, but still we have time limitations. So, I just would like to ask my last question. So, like, you are
Okay.
doing a job which is which need more attention, and like you have to be very careful because it is thing related to the data or disaster recovery. So, along with
Mhm.
this, your professional journey, like, how do you manage your time, or maybe what hobbies or interests do you pursue outside of your professional life that helps you to stay motivated and focused on for your job?
Uh, Actually, first of all, I have a lovely daughter. She is 3, and actually, most of the time, I will be with her. I'm with her in my like after work, but also I'm playing some music instruments. I think since I was 10, and it was really good thing to just feel free and for these mindfulness things. But also sometimes I do it with my daughter. So this this is the best time I can say. And also I run, trying to attend the the marathons or something. But yeah, also it's like just chill out with your friends, going somewhere to drink something. It's actually good, and it's really helpful to you have to relax, because to all of these like problems, projects, many things, and this will help you to more focus on what you are doing at work, and it brings, I guess it brings success. So this is something good. But again, I can say that I believe that I'm lucky person,
Yeah.
because I have do kind of things, and I guess, yeah, I can say these.
Okay, so here I think like it would be perfectly fine if we say that it is your daughter who keeps you motivated and like who inspired you to work for a longer time in this industry and contributing to the society.
Yeah.
So that's so nice. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, Murat, for joining us today in this episode and for sharing your expertise with us. I hope you also enjoyed the discussion, and thank you once again for being a part of this podcast.
Yeah, it's really good to be here. It was really interesting for me. This is my first podcast, so
Okay.
also another importance I can say. Yeah, thank you to have me here.
But the way you are explaining
And
all these things, it doesn't sound like it's your first podcast, because those examples or those clarity in the answers, it's really a good thing.
yeah, thank you, thank you. We'll see.
Thank you.